Okay, welcome everyone. There is a understandable air of simcha here in the shul, both because we made not every day does somebody celebrate a Seder, a sixth of Shas. Really, it's more than a sixth of Shas because the two Sdarim of Zraim and Taurus only have one Masechta each, so it's more than a sixth of Shas, and also because we have so many wonderful people joining us. Daniel Rinsberg, right? Rosenberg. Daniel Rosenberg. You see, I have Talmidim that I love, but I don't get to meet them often. So it's wonderful to meet you. And I remember that there was somebody that I sent tapes with to about 40 years. And somebody comes over to me and hugs me and kisses me and calls me Rebbe. Do I know you? So then he tells me his name, and I rattle off the rest of his address because I knew his address by heart. But I never met him before. We used to travel in the country, and I would point out to my Rebbetzin Aleh Shalom, and I would say that's one of the branches of my yeshiva. And she knew I was referring to a post office, because those are branches of my yeshiva. So anyway, it's great to have everybody here. And when we fiddle around with this technology over here, people have to realize that there are a lot of people behind the camera that are watching and living with us, and they know the characters very well. So we are sponsored by the Fisher family, who actually was with us on Zoom for the Siyam. Li Nishmas Basi Bas Rabbi Shlomo ben Avram Alevi Perel Bas Ruvain. We also learn Li Nishmas David ben Chaim Lefu Shalem Rafael Yomis ben Chayesar Yaakov ben Bas Yeleah Schus of Avram Yam ben Ishmael Malki Hudis. We learn for Yoel Klugman and family. We also learn Lefu Shalem for Avigdor Aryeh ben Rivka Hinda Bas Chayesara Rivka Bas Shira Leah Chana Bas Shashabina Yitzchak ben Siyam ben Dusha Moshe Meir ben Esther Fadel Rivka Bracha Bas Dina and Meir ben Chayesar. They should have a refuah shalem of B'sai Shachar Yisrael. So we said that there's tenufa, some korbanos are waived, and then there's hagasha, where we take the mincha and we touch it to the southwestern corner of the mizbeach. So Amish tells us Eilu tu'unin tenufa ve'ein tu'unin hagasha. The following need to be waived, and they don't need to be brought and touched to the edge of the mizbeach. Like shemen shel mitzayra va'ashamai, in the purification of the biblical leper, there was a loig of shemen, and together with the guilt offering, it was waived. Va'bikurim, and the first fruits, kedivrei Rebbe Eliezer ben Yaakov. Ve'emurei shalma yachid, the sacrificial portions of a private shlamim, that's the kidneys and the lobe of the liver and the fats. V'chazav v'shaik shelahen, together with the breast and the shank, which was the portion of the kayin. Echad anoshim ve'echad noshim. Now this is true for both men and women, but be Yisrael avaloi ba'acherim. But although it was waived, even if it belonged to a woman, but the woman didn't participate in the waiving, just the kohen did it. Ushtei alechem, the two loaves of Shavuos, together with Ushnei Kipsei Atzeres, with the two lambs of Shavuos, the two which are Shalmei Tzibur. Now, when waving the two loaves and the Kipsei Atzeres, Ketzad Hu Isa, what did they do? Noisin Shtei Alechem al Gabe Shnei Kvasim. They took the 2 loaves, they put it on top of the 2 lambs. Ominiach shtei yadav milmaton, the Kohen puts his 2 hands underneath them. Moilich umevi, he brings it to the 4 directions. Ma'ale umayrid, and then up and down. Shenemer asher hunaf v'asher huram. It was waved in the 4 directions and lifted up and down. Tnufa ha'isa b'mizrach, the waving could even be done on the east. It could surely be done on the west, but it could even be done on the east. However, v'agosha b'mariv, the bringing it to the edge of the mizbeach has to be on the west, to be accurate, the southwestern corner. Usnufais kainois la'agashais, the waving comes before bringing it to the edge of the mizbeach. Now, Minchas ha'omer, telling us the final category, Minchas ha'omer, the mincha of the omer brought Mimachar HaPesach, or Minchas Knais, the meal offering of the Saita, to Unais Tnufa V'Hagasha. It needed both waving and touching the edge of the Mizbech. Lechem Aponim Minchas Nesachim, the showbread, the 12 loaves on the Shulchan on Shabbos, and the Minchas Nesachim, the mincha that accompanied Karbanis, Loi Tenufa was not waved, V'Loi Hagasha, and it wasn't brought to the edge of the Mizbech. Now, Reb Shimon says there is 3 variables, 3 procedures, which we will find in 3 different cases, 2 of the 3. These 3 procedures we'll find in 3 of the 3 cases, and each of these cases have 2 of the 3 variables, as the Mishnah now goes on to explain. Reb Shimon Aimer Shloishim Minim, 3 types of karbanas, to unim shalosh mitzvahs, need of 3 mitzvahs. Shtayim b'chol achas v'achas. Each one of these karbanas have 2 out of the 3, v'ashlishis ein b'hem, and the 3rd one isn't. You know, that makes it sound a lot more complicated than it is. Basically, you have 3 cases. Each of the cases has 2 of the 3 procedures that we're going to mention. What are the 3 karbanas? Ve'elu hein zivchei shalmei yachid, the private shlamim. Ve'zivchei shalmei tzibur, the communal shlamim, which is only one the entire year, and that's the kiftei atzeres, the shlamim on Shavuos. The ashem mitzayra, and the guilt offering of the mitzayra. Now, what are the 3 things? Mishnah is keeping us in suspense. Zivchei shalmei yachid, the private shlamim, tu'unim smicha chayim, we lean on the animal with all our might when it's alive, usnufa shchutim, and it's waved after it's slaughtered. But ve'ein b'hem tenufa chayim, the private shlamim does not have waving when it's alive. Zivchei shalmei tzibur, the communal shlamim on Shavuos, tu'unim tenufa chayim u'shchutim. It needs to be waved when it's alive and also when it's slaughtered. There's no smicha because there's hardly ever smicha by a communal carbon. Ve'ein b'hem smicha. V'ashim mitzayra, the guilt offering of the mitzayra, ton smicha, you need to lean on it. Usnufa chai, and it needs to be waved when it's alive, but ve'ein by tenufa shachad, it is not waved after it is slaughtered. So the 3 things was smicha, waving when it was alive, and waving after it was slaughtered. Of these 3 things, shalmei yachid, shalmei tzibur, and ashem mitzayra, each one has 2 of those 3 variables. After Mariv at 8, we will have the daf, and then we want to remind you that if you didn't tell us that you're here for Yom Tov, we really, really, really want to put you on the seating chart. So just let us know. You know, even if you don't have money to pay right now, that's fine. We want to know that you're coming so that Mark can put your name on the chart. We would hate to have somebody not have their name on the chart. We appreciate every single person that davens here, and we're proud of it. We would like to have your name on the chart. Reb Chanani ben Akasha Amaratzah Kadosh Baruch Hu L'zaka says Yisrael l'fikr chibel em Torah mitzvah shenemar inay chafetz l'man tzidkoi yagdul Torah v'yadeh.